Good morning and welcome to Stroke of Genius Podcast Executive Experience, a podcast where I spotlight some of the most cutting edge technology in the brain injury department. Today, I have a special guest for you today. I have Courtney Roberts from NEURO-HACK, and I'm telling people this is amazing technology. You're about to meet Courtney Roberts, so let me bring her online.
Welcome to the Stroke of Genius Show, Executive Experience. And now, here's your host, CEO Aaron Avila.
Good morning, Courtney.
Hi, good morning.
Where are you located?
I am located in Long Beach, New York, which is right off of Long Island.
Really great. So you here, Robert, introduce yourself. I'll be quiet. Introduce yourself.
Well, I'm Courtney, as you know, and I'm a registered nurse, and I work at NEURO-HACK, and I'm here to discuss how dual task training can help people before and after stroke.
You know, for anybody that doesn't know, I'm not a doctor, obviously, but when you couple a task, a repetitive task,
Mhm.
with an emotional game, it it is a neurological hack to stimulate neuroplasticity. I want to see this type of technology in every hospital in the United States because when I would have my stroke or they didn't have this, I've never ordered anything like this.
Mhm.
So I really look forward to seeing that happen. And it really is going to be great. But yeah, curious, tell us a little bit what NeuroFit is. What is NeuroFit?
So, NeuroFit is a cognitive fitness gym, and it's where we harness the power of dual tasking to help build more abundant and robust neural pathways in the brain while we're also strengthening the body. And dual tasking is where you are doing a cognitive task with a physical task simultaneously. And what it does is it releases a bunch of different chemicals in your body that I'm sure you've heard of, a bunch of different endorphins like adrenaline, dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin. And when those chemicals are released due to the physical activity and then also to the mental stimulation of excitement and gamification that comes along with our devices, those chemicals flowing through your body, when they get to your brain, they start facilitating either the production of new pathways, neural pathways, new connections, or they make the connections that are already existing there stronger and reinforced.
Wow. Now, we're talking about technology of NeuroFit that
Mhm.
doesn't just apply to stroke survivors or traumatic brain injury, but you guys can take high performing athletes
Mhm.
and change the way they perform their task.
Yes, that's correct. So, as I like to say, if you've got a brain and you got a body, this is something for you. We work with everybody from early intervention age, around 2 or 3, all the way up to 80s, 90s, and beyond. And you can use this with elite athletes like football players, boxers, tennis players, hockey players. What's really great is that the boards are very, very strong and they've got a strike force. So you can throw a 10-pound medicine ball or a soccer ball or something that's air filled at it, and even take boxing gloves and punch at it.
You know, it's now on everybody to realize this hack is real. This way to really get neuroplasticity, take effect in the brain, you must couple up something meaningful and something fun. And you've done that. And that's
Yeah,
pretty amazing.
yeah, it's gamified cognitive therapy, and it's really great because you're exercising both your brain and your body during the same time. So if you only have 30 minutes a day to do something, you're doing something for both those elements instead of working out 50% of your body, just working it from the neck down. So you get
Right?
a whole 100% workout with both the brain and the body at the same time.
Now, you had mentioned some of the green room I found extremely fascinating and something that I've been asking since I've been going down, learning
Mhm.
about my neuroplasticity. How many repetitions it takes to actually fire to actually begin to see benefits of neuroplasticity. So how many times do you have to repeat something meaningful?
Certainly. So there was a study done by Dr. Karen Purvis that put a finer point on that. She discussed that it takes about 400 to 600 meaningful repetitions in order to build a new synapse where an action becomes automatic. When you add the elements of gamification, that becomes significantly less. They said 10 to 20. I think it's probably a little bit more for adults and might be a little bit higher for those who are dealing with something like Parkinson's or stroke recovery that have neurological needs. But it's significantly less than that 400 to 600, and you start getting results a lot faster.
Because you call it gamification, you make it fun, basically.
Mhm.
But
That's right. Yes, and the other thing is that when you get the gamification element in, you stop thinking about what you're doing, and that's where that automaticity just takes over. Instead of getting a task and your therapist saying, "Okay, I want you to move this over here or do this with your arm," and then you're trying and trying and trying, and you're putting so much effort into it. It's almost like the effort is overkill, and it makes everything a lot harder and impedes the action.
it's really great. Courtney, I have a guy out there. I'm gonna bring in my camera. So good. His name is Mario Fields. I watched him on a podcast alive yesterday. It was amazing. But he is a former sergeant, I think, in the army.
Uh-huh.
I don't you'll fit first. I don't know if it's Marines or what, but bottom line, Mario, please don't get upset. I just can't remember. But he was sergeant. And you actually do military training, don't you?
No, I do come from a military family. I come from a long family of Marines,
But
and
does the NEURO-FIT help?
oh, yes. Yes. So NeuroFit was used with, Marine training, and so this can be used for tactical training with armed forces, police, firemen, any type of first responder, and athletes.
All right, Courtney, I want to tell people this podcast is also available on video feed. So to get the full benefit of this, I encourage you to go to Stroke TV Media on YouTube and watch a video portion because Courtney is going to give us, hopefully now, a live demonstration where this is in, we're going to do the best we can. So I encourage you to go to TV Media on YouTube and watch this video. So Courtney, take it away. Give us a
Oh,
demonstration.
okay. Alright, let me just move my computer here, and, let me get everything set up.
All right.
So we're here in our flagship facility in Long Beach. This camera has a lovely filter on it, so it might be a little blurry. But we have our basic model right over here. This is our mini, and we have a computer controller, and it's controlled by a smart device. And I'm going to go grab a medicine ball, and I'm going to pick out a game.
We're seeking running in. This is very unique. I appreciate doing this. The blur we cannot get rid of, but you're going to see the blur of the board. And it's randomly, it's a game. And it's going to make everybody sharper to use it. It's going to fire the neuroplasticity in the brain. Right now, she's loading up the software, getting the software going. And it's pretty amazing what this technology is. When you, hey, John Kennedy, thank you for being. I can't believe that John Kennedy out there. Thank you, John. Thank you, Mario. Zipper 5. Thank you, Mario. The live yesterday was amazing, by the way, bro. There's Courtney. All right.
Great. Sorry, just having an issue with my connection here.
Okay, I'll do a video backup if it doesn't work.
Sure.
The guys, listen. What you're seeing when NEURO-HACK is. I'm not a doctor, but neuroplasticity is key to life. It's what taught us how to ride bikes as children. Neuroplasticity lasts a lifetime. The old school used to be, well, if you didn't have improvement in the first 12 months, you're permanently that way. That's not true. Anybody as long as you're alive will have the benefit of neuroplasticity, and you're going to see this technology. Well, actually, when you take a repetitive task coupled with something that's fun, uh, Courtney calls it gamification. But in all reality, it fires up neurons and healing begins to occur in the brain called neuroplasticity. See, when we have a stroke, can I do it there, Kim? You mind play a video?
Okay.
Oh, you gotta get. Oh, she got it. Gotta put that great.
I got it. Can you see me okay?
I'm gonna come jump off the screen. Go ahead.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play a game called Go No Go, and it's an impulse control game. So I have targets that I want to hit, which are green circles, and targets that I want to avoid, which are red X's. Okay. So I can't just go and hit all kinds of different things and just not pay attention. I have to make sure that I'm hitting the correct target. So I have a weighted ball here. I have 4 pounds. I'm taking it easy on myself today, but you could do something that really has a challenge at 8 and 10 pounds. And you can run the games from 30 seconds up to about 5 minutes. And you can really work up a sweat. And the whole thing is to go as fast as you possibly can. And so not only am I going to use my arms to try to hit the intended targets, I'm also going to squat. So I have to squat and I have to hit my targets as fast as I can, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and hit go and start the game. Okay, I have to avoid. Okay, hit, avoid. Hit, 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 avoid. Okay? Avoid. Okay, so that's my game. So that's one of many, many games that can be played, and we can make it as challenging as needed.
Well, the amazing thing is you're taking the actual action of doing it. You reinforce it with an actor seeing it, and you're actually reinforcing the action with action. It's pretty amazing. I also, for security, I'd like to try to play that video if that's all right with you.
Sure, please.
All right, I'm being lying, guys. So what this is, what I'm going to be playing is a video that Courtney provided, but also give you the look at it. Take a look at this. Oops, I hit the wrong button. Hold on. Great. This is live now. We're pretty obvious. This is live. I just closed the. I don't. I just closed it.
This is like when the presentation collapsed on
Right. That's
Steve
right.
Jobs.
It seems to be. I've got to boot up one more time. Hold on. All right. This. I'm sorry, everybody. Again. All right. Sorry, everybody. Try it. Sorry, Courtney. I get it going. Just
No
got to
worries.
be patient. The main thing is, if you listen to this podcast during this, during the now share screen. Let me see if it gets this good.
No worries. I see something on the screen here. There's a question from Kim
Yeah.
Linnade.
Yeah.
So she says, can this be used for mental health? And yes, it can be. There is information on this being used with postpartum mothers. So a lot of times they feel down because of the hormonal changes, and then also that maternity brain where the hormones are making them feel a little mentally foggy. So that's something that can be done. And really, the brain loves exercise. And because of all those endorphins, like I said, dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, epinephrine, which a lot of people know as adrenaline, are coursing through your body, they're naturally going to make you feel good. Plus, you're getting out of your house. Plus, you're seeing other people, especially when you do this in a group setting. And so, naturally, it's going to start to make you feel better, build confidence. And so, you'll naturally, I mean, anybody is going to feel better, especially after they've experienced a stroke and they might be feeling not themselves, definitely homebound, chairbound, bedbound, something like that. And so when you get these victories because of the fast results that you get with dual task training, I think it helps build, and I think that incrementally it just naturally helps people with their mental health.
Well, I want to take a side note and realize that everybody, and you have proven improvements in dementia. I mean, many other. What other areas can this be used for?
Yeah, so you can use this with neurodivergent populations and learning different populations. So, anybody with ADHD, the game that I just played is fantastic for ADHD because it's an impulse where you have to stop and process the information. Autism is really fantastic. We know that people who are autistic respond to the screens and the colors and the shapes and things like that. Um, you can use this for multiple sclerosis, Alzheimer's. We have found through a study done by University of Buffalo that it does slow down in mild cognitive loss. It does slow down the process. It won't stop or reverse anything, but it does slow down the progression of dementia. And then also in a study done by University of Southern California, 87% of people with Parkinson's who started a therapy program with dual tasking with these boards saw an appreciable improvement on their Parkinson's symptoms.
Right, and all there's a cure for any of those diseases. But if you can slow it, you're making it simpler right there. You slow it significantly.
Right. I think it's kind of like how people used to be dying from cancer, now they're living with cancer.
Right.
I think it's something similar where it's like you're not really truly suffering, but you're living and you've got therapy and coping mechanisms to deal with the things that happen to you neurologically.
Now, because we have Mario out there that is a former sergeant in the military, can they touch on the military aspect of this?
Sure. So I would say that goes in with the tactical training, and it's all about being able to make decisions very quickly and accurately, and having poise out in the field. And the one nice thing is that they have found that the skills and the training done on the boards is very transferable. And that's because it mainly trains a lot of the frontal lobe where you have executive functioning. And there's about 7 or 8 aspects of executive functioning. So things like time management, organization, decision making, memory. There's a whole bunch of other type of stuff.
Wow,
Um,
great.
Hi, how are you? I have someone that just walked in.
Well, let me. I'm gonna
You,
turn.
hold on one second.
I'm gonna put what Courtney's doing now. Let me pull up video, people. Hold on. I'm playing video so you can see it in action. Hold on. See if I can make this work. Hold on.
And you can read a little bit more.
So here it is in action. That was pretty amazing. I mean, you also, unfortunately, well, I'm saying unfortunately, you're only located in Long Island in New York. But
Yes.
the goal of your corporation is to get this technology into every rehab hospital and beyond in the United States. And I want to tell people, I'm going to bring up a QR code. If you're out there and you're interested in getting involved in seeing this, I saw some numbers and like really good. So let me scan this QR code if you want you to look into this ventures opportunity. Oh, it's you, you're the art.
Yeah, it's us.
I was looking
We got a
at
lot
my
going on. I got people coming in. We got the
yeah,
fire department going.
yeah,
They're
yeah,
coming in for some dual tasking.
yeah. Oh, I also want to bring up there. Here, visit their website. Here's NeuroFit's website. Take a look at that. Again, if you listen to the other version of this podcast, go to Stroke TV Media on YouTube and watch the show there, and you'll get the QR code to scan this. But there's a NeuroFit website, and if you want to see more videos, here is the NeuroFit USA on YouTube. So definitely check them out.
Yes. And the other thing that we do is we also retail these machines. So if this is something that you'd like for either your home, your practice, um, any type of educational setting, community setting like a JCC, YMCA, Boys and Girls Club, basically anywhere where people gather and they'd like to do something to improve their health, both cognitively and physically, it's great. So
Now
we
you had mentioned there's an opportunity to also rent and try it and see if they like it, correct?
Yes, that's correct. So there are opportunities for us to rent out the equipment.
I think I really want to drive home. Do you see what's happening? Well, it's the neuroplasticity being fired by the enforcement of gamification. And when they're doing a fun task, bottom line, it works. It works. It works. To say no or think all, this actually will make a significant improvement in any brain injury, any military application. It makes you make decisions better and faster. It's great. So,
Yes.
Courtney, I'm curious. What is probably what if someone wants to come see you? You're in New York and live in New York and Long Island.
Yes.
Where are you located?
So we're located in Long Beach, which is a barrier island right off of Long Island on the South Shore.
Okay, so that's great. So they come in and try them, and you do charge for them to come and try it, or is it free?
It's free.
Yeah.
It's free. And the other thing that I can do is if you're outside of the area, I can also do a Zoom demo. It's not quite as fun, but I can also do a Zoom demo and show you different features of the device and the software.
Great. I am excited because does it in our reality, are you worried? What do you plan for the future? What is NeuroFit do plans for the future? What do you see happening out there?
World domination.
Well, Courtney, when it comes to helping people like me or people that have dementia or people that are in the military, I mean, go for it. I wish you all the best, and I will do whatever I can to make it happen to help out because I think the world needs more people doing business that helps other people. So thank you on that.
Oh, my pleasure.
Now I'm curious, Courtney, what do you guys? Are you guys got any new project work on anything new? What's happening? What is NeuroFit doing on there? That's new. What do you see in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, probably a more sophisticated screen. Although I do like where it's at right now because it's kind of a hybrid. It's an LED screen, and it's nice, especially for the kids, where it's a screen, but it's not the screen as we know it on a phone or a computer or tablet. So I really like that. I think that the programs are going to be more sophisticated, and get better and faster. So we didn't develop the technology. Kathy Lamberti did. So we'll have to see there. But I can tell you, I would love to see this become more standardized in both medical practices and gyms. And I think that you'll see working out your brain and your body simultaneously is going to be the way to go, and it's going to be like looking at black and white film of these bizarre exercise machines in the 1940s where it's like that doesn't exercise anything. What are you doing? So so I think it's going to be revolutionary where it's like of course you're working out your brain with your body. Why would you not? They just didn't know any better back then. So I think that that's where I'd like to see it go, is that no matter what device is used, no matter how it's gone about, that dual tasking is just commonplace, and it's just done at gyms. It's done at medical offices and therapy offices all around the world.
Now, what is that people want to get hold of you? They have some questions. What's the best way to get hold of you?
You can either call me at 888-455-7666, or you can email me at support@neurofitusa.com. And I'm happy to answer any questions, get on a phone call, get on a Zoom, whatever you'd like.
Really great. Because I know we had a comment as earlier saying this is awesome. Thank you. And, I believe I would love, and now take it from me, I'm Sturgis Live for 13-year post. Nothing. There was nothing even taught about neuroplasticity, honestly.
Mhm.
And when there's a me, I'm really looking forward to seeing this type of technology. And you expand not just the medical field, but the gym. I mean, I can see this in every gym in the US where people are working the body and working the mind at the same time. It's just
Mhm.
amazing. Courtney, we're near the end of the show, but is there anything is there anything what is that phone number you just repeat? Could you please repeat that phone number? People have questions.
So it is 888-445-7666.
All right. Courtney, I want to thank you for being on the show. Thank you so much. I really am looking for hopefully to do a follow up. Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me. This was a lot of fun.
All right. Have a great day, Courtney.
Thanks, Aaron.